The movie opens in Iran with a 9-year-old boy, Ali, who is seen at a cobbler's shop to repair a pair of pink shoes belonging to his sister Zahra. The ripped shoes indicate their family's financial struggle. It is then revealed that their father is the sole breadwinner in this family, who works as a tea server in the mosque. After getting his sister's shoes repaired, Ali goes to a grocery store to buy some vegetables. He puts his belongings in front of the shop, including his sister's shoes, before proceeding to select some potatoes. The boy then asks the shopkeeper to credit the amount as usual, but this time the shopkeeper refuses, asserting that Ali's family already owes him a lot of money. As a result, he asks Ali to forward a message to his mother that he can debit their future purchases only if they pay off half of the debt. In the midst of their discussion, an elderly scavenger appears and picks up all the trash in front of the shop. He unknowingly takes away a plastic bag containing Zahra's shoes, thinking it is garbage. Shortly after, as Ali prepares to leave, he is unable to find his sister's shoes. Thinking that the shoes might have fallen between the wooden crates, he frantically digs through the gaps. During the process, he inadvertently knocks over the crates, spilling down all the vegetables. This infuriates the shopkeeper, who then chases the boy away without hearing his explanation. Ali then heads back home while thinking about what excuse he should give to his parents. They are so poor that they can't afford to buy new shoes, due to which they keep repairing them. But now that Ali has lost the only pair of shoes, he fears to tell his parents about this. Upon arriving home, Ali sees the landlord arguing with his mother, as they are already 5 months behind on rent. This makes the boy even more scared to tell his mother about the recent incident. When Zahra sees her brother, she immediately asks him if her shoes are properly mended. Ali initially tries to evade the topic, instructing her to peel the potatoes, but when she keeps on asking, Ali shares the entire incident, confessing that her shoes have been lost. Fearing the consequence, Ali cries and begs his sister not to tell their mother about it. This revelation causes Zahra to burst into tears, wondering what she will wear to school the next day. Ali assures her that he will bring the shoes back and walks out in search of them. He dashes back to the shop and starts searching through the vegetable crates. However, he is again caught by the shopkeeper, prompting him to return home empty-handed. Later that night, Ali's father seems to be furious because of the various things that have happened that day. He becomes enraged at the landlord for shouting at his wife, who is ill. He then vents his rage on Ali for not helping his sick mother. The boy can do nothing but cry because he can't reveal what he was doing the entire day. Afterwards, Zahra comes to sit beside Ali to do her homework. While pretending to do her assignments, she secretly passes a note asking if he has found her shoes. He also uses the same notebook to reply that the shoes are still missing. She questions what she is going to wear to school the following day, to which he asks her to wear slippers. Zahra addresses him as silly and refuses to do so, even threatening to inform her father. But Ali reminds her that it will only complicate matters. Left with no other choice, the siblings ultimately devise a scheme to share Ali's Converse sneakers. Luckily, they have different school schedules, so Zahra will wear them to school in the morning and return them to Ali at midday so that he can attend his afternoon classes. The next morning, Zahra wears her brother's dirty sneakers to school, even though it does not fit her properly. At school, she looks at the shoes of all other students and tries to hide hers. Later, during sports class, their teacher instructs everyone to run and jump. In this process, one of the students trips and falls, so the teacher asks everyone to wear sneakers from now onwards. Only then, Zahra feels relieved with what she is wearing and stops hiding her shoes. As soon as the school ends, Zahra rushes to the rendezvous point where her brother is waiting for her in slippers. In haste, they exchange their footwear, after which Ali runs for school. Because of having to wait for her, he is late for school no matter how fast he runs. The principal notices him rushing to class, but he opts not to take action this time. After school, Ali returns home and asks his sister whether she informed their mother about the shoes. She replies that she hasn't and assures that she won't tell anyone. However, she does admit that she is embarrassed to wear those filthy sneakers. As a result, the siblings sit down together and begin washing the shoes. Amidst this, Ali asks her to reach the rendezvous point early tomorrow so that he can make it to school on time. The following morning, Zahra wears the clean sneakers to school. She manages to finish her exam on time and rushes to get back to her brother. But unfortunately, one of her shoes slips off as she jumps over the flowing drainage and begins to float away. She freaks out and chases the shoe until it gets stuck under a stone canal. Unable to retrieve it, she starts to sob, kneeling beside a tree. Thankfully, an old man notices this and assists her in retrieving her shoes from the water. Now, with one shoe soaking wet, Zahra meets her brother, who scolds her for being late. She tells him about what happened and says that she no longer wants to wear his big shoes. Zahra even threatens to complain to their parents if he keeps on forcing her to wear those shoes. But again, Ali reminds her that there is no way they can tell about it because their father is already suffering from debt and he won't be able to buy her new shoes. After swapping the footwear, Ali rushes to school, but again is late. This time he is caught by the principal, who reprimands him, saying that he will not allow Ali to enter the class if he is late again. Amidst this ongoing stressful life, Ali feels a bit happy when he later receives good news news in class. His teacher praises him for scoring highest marks on a test and awards him with a gold-colored pen. Later on, Ali returns home, only to find his sister angry. He gives her the pen as a gift, partially to make up for losing her shoes, as well as to cheer her up. His efforts turn out to be successful, as she happily accepts the gift. One day at school, while lining up before class, Zahra suddenly notices a student named Roya wearing her missing pink shoes. She later follows the girl secretly to her home. Due to this, she arrives late at the rendezvous point, causing Ali to be late for school again. As a result, the principal scolds him and tells him to bring his father to complain about his punctuality. Fortunately, all of this is witnessed by Ali's class teacher, who then goes to talk to the principal. The teacher manages to persuade him to give the boy one more chance, mentioning that he is a topper of his class. In the afternoon, Zahra takes her brother to Roya's house to get her pink shoes back, but when they reach there, they realize that Roya's family is not only poor, but her father is also blind. The siblings feel so bad that they decide to let Roya have the pink shoes and return home empty-handed. On the other hand, Ali's father, anxious to earn more, borrows some gardening equipment from one of his friends in the mosque. During the school holidays, Ali and his father head to the rich suburbs of North Tehran in order to offer gardening services. Riding on an old bicycle, the duo pays door-to-door visits, asking if the owners need some gardening services. Despite being unable to get any customers, Ali's ability to communicate proves to be a great help to his tongue-tied father. After multiple failed attempts, they finally get their first customer, a rich man who lives with his 6-year-old grandson, Ali Reza. While his father works in the mansion's garden, Ali plays with Ali Reza, who quickly becomes his friend. Moreover, Ali Reza's grandfather also turns out to be very kind and generous, which is evident when he pays them more than they expected. Ali's father is surprised and so grateful because it's probably the highest amount of money he has ever held in his life. He must have whacked the shit out of those weeds. With great happiness on their faces, the father and son head back home. On the way, his father suggests that they buy some home appliances to make their lives easier. Taking this opportunity, Ali requests him to purchase a new pair of shoes for Zahra, which the latter agrees to. However, their elation is short-lived, as their bicycle's brakes fail and the father is injured in the resulting crash. The bicycle also breaks down, and they are forced to hitch a ride home. In the next scene, we learn that the school has resumed from the holidays. While gathering for a school assembly, a teacher announces that a 4-kilometer foot race competition will soon be held, which involves many schools in the province. Ali doesn't seem to be interested in this because his old and torn shoes won't allow him to run long distances. However, he immediately changes his mind when he sees the list of prizes. The third prize is a pair of sneakers. Ali sees this as his chance to earn a new pair of shoes for Zahra, so he goes to the sports teacher to register his name for the race. Following this, the teacher puts him to the test, and much to his surprise, the boy turns out to be a good runner because it's part of his daily routine. Impressed, the teacher selects him as one of the candidates to represent their school. Ali then rushes back home and shares this good news with his sister. He promises that he will end the race in 3rd position and bring her a new pair of shoes. The day of the competition finally arrives, and hundreds of students are seen gathering in the racetrack. Ali also shows up with his same old and torn Converse shoes. Not long after, the race begins, and everyone starts cheering for their children. Determined to end up in 3rd position, Ali runs as fast as he can. Despite the fact that his shoes are giving him difficulty, he encourages himself by remembering how his sister runs from school every day to swap the shoes, and how he has promised to bring her a new pair. Ali eventually leaves the other racers behind, and at one point he realizes that he is ahead of everyone. As a result, he deliberately slows down and lets the other 2 runners get ahead of him. But when he reaches the 3rd place, one of the runners pulls his shirt, causing him to fall. Despite this, the passionate Ali gets up and continues running even faster than before. As the finish line approaches, only 5 students are competing to be the champion. They run almost side by side, making it difficult for Ali to position himself in 3rd place. In the end, he accidentally finishes the race in 1st, while lying down on the ground out of exhaustion. Ali is approached by his school teachers, who are very happy with his achievement. Without thinking about anything else, Ali asks his sports teacher if he is the 3rd winner or not. But to his dismay, the teacher informs him that he has won the race and carries him on their shoulders to celebrate the victory. Later, during the prize distribution, the boy's gaze sticks on the new sneakers, causing him to become sad and dissatisfied. Stupid 1st place. Stupid free ride scholarship to go to college. In the aftermath, Ali returns home where his sister is waiting for him with hope. She greets him with a smile, but he remains silent and unhappy. The sad expression on Ali's face makes Zahra realize that her brother has failed to come in 3rd position. But before she can ask him directly, their mother calls her from inside, prompting her to walk in. Following this, Ali sits down in the yard and takes off his shoes, which have now torn even more badly. Moreover, his feet have sustained several bruises after the competition. Elsewhere, we see Ali and Zahra's father returning back home on his bicycle. On the way, he sees a footwear store, so he buys 2 pairs of shoes for his kids as a surprise. In the final scene, we see the dejected Ali dipping his bare blistered feet in a small pond. The fish surround his feet as if they're trying to give him the love and care he deserves. Or they just want to eat him. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.